There have been several famous Nazarites throughout history. I won't name them all. In the Bible, there are only just a few. I'll mention them now quickly. The most famous Nazarite is probably Samson, the judge, who had 7 long locks of hair. They were cut off. Philistines got to him, and there's that whole story. He was a Nazarite from birth. His mother had a revelation. An angel came to her and said, "You will have a son. He will be a Nazarite from birth." And he's the only one who's mentioned by the name of Nazarite, I think, in the whole Bible. The second and third that I'm going to mention are Samuel the judge and Absalom, the son of King David. Those are mentioned indirectly as being Nazarites, and they are also from birth. The fourth one I'll mention is in the New Testament. St. John the Baptist is said to have taken the Nazarites vow. Since I am not versed in the New Testament as much as I'd like to be, I'm still learning it very sporadically, then there's also that. It's in dispute, but some say he had taken the vow. There are also those who say that Jesus himself was a Nazarite. I think this is probably a mix-up because he was Jesus of Nazrat, a Nazarene of Nazareth, and that's where the confusion comes from, I think. The line of Nazarites continues from the times of us wandering in the desert and up until this day and age. The most famous Nazarite of the recent age is probably Rabbi David HaKohen HaNazir of Jerusalem, who died in 1972. He was a great man, a powerhouse of spirituality and of practical living as a Hebrew man in the modern age. He was a philosopher and a thinker and a Kabbalist, a scholar, an advocate of prophecy and of the return to prophecy in Israel. I will make a separate video on the long-awaited return of prophecy and its possible connection to the Nazarite vow. And right now, I'll just leave you with a quote from the Rabbi Nazarite of Jerusalem. "I am a Nazarite, a stepping stone to prophecy. If I would have come into this world solely for that purpose, to make known the name of Nazarite again, as a fact in this day and age, in order to acknowledge that we are on the eve of resurrecting prophecy in Israel, that would suffice."